Hey, welcome to Rivals of Waterdeep.
Yeah.
With our new cast members.
Everyone's
new.
right.
Everyone is brand new,
Right.
including me.
Yes.
And Joe, our sound person.
Yeah.
We're all new. Let's go around the table and introduce ourselves, starting with Tanya.
Hi, I'm Tiny DePass. I am your erstwhile paladin, Celisa Storio. Both her pronouns and mine are she, her.
Brandon Stennis. I play Ren Leodon, and pronouns for both me and Ren are he, him.
Hey guys, I am Cicero Holmes. I play your halfling bard, Perrin Underbow. Both me and Perrin's pronouns are he, him.
And I am Latia Bryant. I play your Aarakocra something named Dahani, and both her and my pronouns are she, her.
Yeah. And I'm Shreve
you
Jackson. I am the go ahead, dance. Sorry, I didn't
I was
interrupt your dance. I apologize. I apologize. Okay,
That's a gift now.
now I'm allowed to start. Okay, great. All right, so I'm Shreve Jackson. I'm your DM. Pronouns he, him for me, and the characters vary because we don't know. There's some he, hims, there's some she, hers, there's some they, thems in there.
right.
So check it out. Welcome, Latia, for the second.
you.
Well, I guess welcome to the studio.
Yeah.
Like we had your welcome at the
At the live show, but
Well-
I'm really, it's real now that I'm in the studio.
Well, I will say that every first episode for every character, for every cast member of Rivals was at a live show.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, what are you about to do to me?
You've learned already.
Yes, congratulations. Was at a live show. So you were initiated
All right.
correctly.
True, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. So
I feel very warm and fuzzy.
there you go.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, exactly. Also, it just makes me tear up because that was my old seat, y'all.
Yeah.
there.
Yes, yeah.
Well, maybe one day I'll be there.
Maybe right now. As Latia takes over. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this is season 6, episode 8. Or episode 58, as it's listed on the YouTube. Yeah.
Episode
Yeah, I know, right?
50
58.
great.
50 great. 50 great.
Yeah.
Speaking of great, you were great.
Yes.
I don't know if that's going to get us in trouble with Watsy, but whatever. We're going to talk about Tony the Tiger sponsors Rivals.
We weren't in trouble until you said that.
I'm going to go eat some sugary cereal and go hit a baseball and score 100 points in the leagues that are not existing. All right, so we're going to talk about some of the people that support us.
Right.
Start with D&D Beyond, of course. All your digital, all your character sheets, all your source books. Looking up all those spells and like materials all on dndbeyond.com. What kind of bundle are we giving away today?
Adventurer.
Adventurers bundle. So if you are in the Twitch chat, there will be a code word that pops up, and if you type that in, you can get entered into the raffle to win an Adventures bundle, which is a whole bunch of stuff. And if you're listening to the podcast, that means you want to be in here live Sundays at noon CST at twitch.tv/DND for your chance to win the bundle as well.
Is it CST or is it CDT now?
Oh my God.
Oh,
It is.
Central,
I don't know which one it is.
It's Central
Isn't it?
Daylight.
No,
time
it's
now.
CDT during daylight savings.
That
right.
which
We're,
is
we're in it.
We're in
thought we're
daylight.
off it.
No, we're in
No, we're
daylight.
in it.
Spring.
Oh,
When
we're
you
in
spring
it.
ahead, that's
Oh.
daylight savings.
I always think about it like fall to spring is daylight
yeah.
savings, but
No.
it's really spring to fall.
We just need to get rid of it.
Yes, we
Just get rid of it.
do.
Get rid of really?
Yeah, we do.
But do you want in December to like have like I love it being light until like 8 p.m. 9 p.m. You don't like that?
I mean, sure, I do enjoy that, but I'm tired of not figuring. Like, what I don't want is what I experienced last week, which is you wake up and you have no idea what time it is. You look at your phone. And your phone says one time, and then you look at your microwave, and the microwave says another time, and you're in this crazy twilight zone.
Never pay attention to your microwave clock, your oven clock.
Those are important clocks,
never
man.
pay attention to them.
Those are important
Ever.
clocks. There was a time, guys, when those were your clocks.
There was a time where we had to actually wind our clocks for daylight savings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where you spent the entire day trying to figure out exactly what time it is, or calling a phone and getting,
That's right. The time.
getting
is-
the time.
That's right.
At the tone, the time will be
Yeah.
1417 hours.
So thank you, D&D Beyond, for prompting that discussion on daylight savings. Wormwood. I forgot my dice vault and dice tray, but all these wonderful people have their dice vaults and their dice trays, and you can see them. You can see an example of one on the camera now. And if you go to wormwoodgaming.com and use the code RIVALS, you can get free domestic shipping on all that fancy wood. And these amazing dice, like those are incredible. An example of the dice that are provided by Level Up Dice. If you use our Diceomancy program, meaning you go to bit.ly/LUD Rivals of Waterdeep, it'll get us points if you buy stuff. It'll level us up. We can get things. We can raffle things back off to you, the community. So please support us there if you're already making any purchases at Level Up Dice. Our notebooks, which again I don't have. There we go.
Yeah.
Sweet. Look at Brandon coming through. Are provided by the Rook and the Raven.
Coming through.
So if you want to write down all your spells, keep a track of your hit points, or erase NPCs when your players don't care to interact with them, you can feel free to use your notebooks from the Rook and Raven. And if you use the code RIVALS, you get 15% off. Or if you have to ad hoc come up with attributes for snails on the spot, you gotta write them in there.
Name your chickens, apparently.
So Sheree, if I cast Detect Shade, am I correct?
That'd be a good one, actually. So I feel like Celeste would have like a plus
20.
plus 20 on that for sure. All right, and also let's give a shout out to Eldridge Foundry, Eldridge-Foundry.com. As you saw about two episodes ago, they made some wonderful minis of us, which was great.
Yes.
And they're currently being painted, and we will possibly have them to show off next week.
Yes.
Which is great. If you want to get your own minis, if you go to eldridge-foundry.com and use the code RIVALSDND, you'll get 10% off of your order. All right, that was a lot.
It was a lot.
I need some coffee.
There you go. Good job. You earned it.
For a coffee break.
Coffee break. All right, so let's go into our recap. So previously on Rivals of Waterdeep, whoosh. That was a social distancing whoosh.
Wow. We're not doing a good job of that being here.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I trust
unless
you
we
guys.
made the
Right, we're
table
fine.
like 3 times as large, and we all sat. Like,
we had a telephoto
it's like
lens.
6 feet away, right?
Right.
You gotta be 6 feet away.
Yeah, so they went from 3 feet, from 1 meter to 2 meters. And now it's, so it's 2 meters now. It's like you've got to shout all conversations. Don't tell nobody.
Yeah, for sure. So, what happened during our C2E2 live show?
Well, before we even talk about what happened at our C2E2 live show, there were people at our C2E2 live show, and that was dope.
Yes.
So thank you, all of
Yes.
you
For sure.
who went to the last con of 2020,
Oh,
Yeah?
gosh.
the Chicago Comics and Entertainment Expo, and came to see the debut of the one and only Miss Latia Bryant.
It's me.
And the return of our wonderful Serena Marie.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for coming and showing up. It was just amazing.
Yeah, it was a great turnout. And, as a DM, like, especially because the way that the scene was, I was facing the crowd, right? So,
Right.
You could easily get super nervous, but it was like everyone was like so supportive that there wasn't, any like yelling out backseating or anything like that, which I always worry about in like crowds that like I'm gonna forget something and like somebody's gonna be like, "That's actually a."
That would have been so bad for whoever did that.
Yeah.
But it was great. There were a lot of brand new listeners as well.
Yep.
So I definitely got a lot of
First timers.
first timers.
Yeah.
So I definitely got a lot of people like saying that like they were gonna like subscribe, check us out, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So thank you to everybody that came to the show for sure.
Go ahead.
I wanted to give a shout out to Matt Mercer and all the Critical Role folks who
Yes.
gave us a shout, not just
Yeah.
in Talks Machina, but at the CR Live show a couple days before our show. So thank you.
Yes.
For those of you who don't know what CR means, CR stands for Critical Role. Critical Role is a pretty good D&D actual stream. If you guys haven't checked it out, you should. They're pretty
This
good.
may be the last episode of Rivals Waterdeep.
So while Tanya is mentioning them, let's also mention Level Up Dice. Let's mention Wormwood and D&D Beyond, who supplied us with great gifts
for
to
everybody
raffle
there.
off at the live show. And last but not least, I want to send a special shout out to our DM, Sharif Jackson,
yeah.
who was not cosplaying as as the dude from what was the name of the movie? Crap! Now I can't think of the name of the movie. Sorry to bother you.
Oh yeah.
He was not cosplaying as the boss from Sorry to Bother You. He was afflicted with scratch cornea.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Which, if any of you has ever had that, this guy knows how incredibly painful and sensitive to light you are. So Sharif, no one knew. During the live show, none of us on the stage knew how much pain you were in. What an incredible job! You are a hero to
Thanks. I
most,
appreciate it.
man.
Yeah, I didn't know until that morning. And I literally couldn't walk back to my car. Like my wife had to walk me. I had to look down because one good thing about like McCormick Place is they have really bright lights coming in. Those big windows. We got a scratch cornea though. Oh my God, it's awful.
Yeah.
It was great. I thought it was terrible because I was in my head and I thought everybody saw me wincing or whatever, especially when they were taking like flash photos like right in front of me.
Oh, geez.
Oh, that was tough. That was rough.
I rewatched it
it's
in the
great.
broadcast, and I saw the flashes. I didn't see them during the show.
I saw
but,
everyone.
I saw the flashes, and I just I cringed.
Yeah. And like I actually had to close my laptop. So I'm lucky I wrote out my plans on paper because my laptop was too bright. I closed it like 10 minutes into the show.
Oh, I thought like the battery just died.
Oh no, it was too. I put the brightness all the way down low and it was still too much. So I had to cut it out.
Did you ever know that?
Oh my God.
So I wore an eye patch for a week, and
I'm leaving. Goodbye.
everything's good now, though.
Reef between my
So what happened last episode?
So we had to go play the games.
Y'all played some games.
Oh
Play
yeah.
some games.
Y'all played some games. What happened before you went to play these games?
we went. First we walked up to a place and saw some guy, and this guy had a bodyguard.
Yes.
And we talked to the guy, and he told us to choose a door. We chose a door accidentally.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you did.
Who was the bodyguard?
the bodyguard turned out to be this bird person named Dahani.
Wonder who that could be.
I wonder.
No idea.
Yeah.
Just some bird.
Yeah. Just some bird.
Some pesky bird.
Yeah. Bird with wings that flies. It's not a flightless bird. And
It was me, guys.
Yeah.
It was me. Y'all, it was me.
Oh.
I'm the bodyguard. It's me the whole time.
Oh, okay.
That bird you're talking about? Yeah. That was me. That was me. Sorry, I don't mean to get political. But yeah,
out to Kamala Harris.
so you walked up and
Y'all look suspicious.
and unbeknownst to the party, the gentleman that was at the door kind of pulled Dahani to the side and told her to kind of like gain your trust.
Yes.
And then report back to him after. So yeah, I went to play some games. What happened, huh?
We failed at the games because
failed.
the games were not games; they were math problems.
Oh yeah.
What's your games?
Those are problems.
That was somebody's math tutoring, wasn't it?
Oh man, it was great.
Somebody flirted with shapes.
Yes. Yo, oh my gosh, I've never
was just
seen.
like-
I have
That
never
was
seen
incredible.
I was like,
such.
I didn't know dodecahedrons had it like that.
Oh my god.
It was so like as you went in, the first person you saw was like Low Smoke.
Yes.
And he played the can game where he put like a ball under cans, he switched them around. Y'all came pretty close. Like you like eliminated one choice from some rolls. But you did not get it. Perrin thought that Lil Smoke was cheating, which again is a pretty safe assumption. But he actually wasn't this time. He was being fair. And then you went over to the table in the back. No, I actually first Perrin found out that magic was blocked in there because
Yeah.
he tried to cast a Zone of Truth
Yes.
on a Little Smoke and it didn't work. Then you went over to Gideon. Who you found out was a Gideon who only Perrin and Rin have a history with, and you were playing
Rin's trying to make a
the-
future.
the game of shapes, which you guys lost, but like you guys came again pretty close.
I think Rin came real close to winning that game of shapes.
Yeah. So then he kind of like he like pointed at this like black sphere and like you guys kind of like you turn into mist and you bounce off the top and you went to the other side of the ellipse, which was like covered by a wall. Everybody went except Rin, who decided to go back to Gideon and just
Get the shapes on.
just like catch up with
Is
him.
that what the kids
Right.
call it these days?
Get his shapes on.
That's misaligned some shapes.
Exactly.
But one great plot development was that, I had Gideon roll to see if he, was falling for Rin's moves, and he rolled like a 2. So at this point, he is smitten as well. So we got to see what happens here because previously he was a straight antagonist.
Right.
So we got to see maybe if you guys tug on that a little bit.
do some octagon and chilling.
yeah, exactly. Octagon and chill. Also, Dahani flew.
Oh
Yeah.
I did.
Yes.
I did.
She flew
Not very
up.
far, but I flew.
Yeah.
Hey, but you flew.
Yeah, but no, she saw that Perrin was over there.
With some chickens.
Darren has some chickens. What were the last 2 games after all of you went to the other side?
Those damn circles.
Game of chickens and the game of snails.
Yes, game of race.
No, we did the circles.
So like that was
was the
that
first
was
one.
that
Oh,
was
yeah.
Oh, was
with
it?
no it
was the
was
second one?
it was the second one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was
The first one was the 3-card
yes,
Monty. The shell game, rather.
and the second one was the shapes with Gideon.
Right.
Then it was
Chickens and snails.
it was yes it was Perrin and Celise and a later Rin with the chickens and Dahani and Duo with the snails.
Yes.
Yes.
Duo was trying
Duo
to
actually wanted to race
Yeah,
the snails,
exactly.
Right.
not race the snails.
yeah Duo interpreted snails as him racing the snails.
Yes.
And y'all got down with these chickens. Well, like Rin tried. Rin
not.
Did his
just
best.
could not catch a chicken. Tanya did Missy Step with the chicken.
Who's Tanya?
Right. Look.
Tanya Missy Step with the chicken. As Celise watched, she was like, "Who is this? Who is this person?" And then at the end, there were like these 4 kind of windows in the back that looked very similar to the windows
Right.
in Corinne's place. They were like red, and they had like scenes of a minotaur, but the minotaur was like moving. It was like a moving picture,
Right.
kind of like a Harry Potter-esque kind of thing. And then everybody started bowing and saying, well, everybody except y'all started bowing and saying Baphomet
Yeah.
over and
Someone else
over.
remember that.
I was like,
that was.
I was like, excuse you?
that was a thing.
Yeah, so if you're not familiar with the characters, you will find out soon who Baphomet is. And
I don't want to know.
Right? I'm fine
good.
not knowing
you
that.
know, yeah. So anything else came up?
Duo stole some paint from me.
Oh yeah, right, yeah. So I loved that. This is why I love like having Serena in the game. Is her sole objective was like, who is this person? So like she like stole some paint from
I'm
you.
trying to be all suspicious and Duo stealing paint and endearing himself to me. I don't like it.
Yeah,
Oh, and then Celeste found out that Zaraj apparently is missing.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So like you were talking to the older gentleman who was at the door, who we don't have a name for yet. And
I thought he was the chicken guy.
No,
well, that's not his name.
right.
No,
Yeah,
he was-
yeah,
he was
yeah,
the
yeah.
chicken guy.
It is the same guy.
Okay.
Maybe I'll call him Chicken Guy. I mean, I had a name for him, but maybe I'll change it to Chicken Guy. Yeah, so like you were asking him about Zaraj. He mentioned that, basically all the wealthy people at this party know him because they've been paying him to, take care of
his thing.
people because he's kind of like a for hire.
care.
Like, just like take him out to a movie or something. But he said that like he hasn't seen him, but if you ask around, that you will likely find someone that knows where he is. Yeah. So that fits in well with Celisa's quest. Anything else?
Now the chat is chanting Baphomet to get into the bundle, the giveaway.
That is creepy.
I know, that is
very
creepy.
That is super creepy.
turned away
I
for
really
1
hope
minute.
that the chat isn't bowing as they're saying.
We don't know. We
Don't
can't
give
see
them ideas.
Like this joint is gonna like turn into Candyman.
Well, yeah.
All right. Anything else before we hop in? No.
No.
All right.
Feet.
Let's hop in. All right, y'all. So we're gonna jump right to where we ended.
Cookies sitting in the middle of the table.
Do you want them?
No, I don't want
do you
them.
want to move them?
Are they tempting you?
No.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Just eat
Okay.
one.
No.
Let's
Tomorrow's your birthday. Eat one.
No.
just move over here. How about that? That good?
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Great.
But if you get a nat one, you have to eat one.
Roll for cookies.
All right. Yeah. It's like quick fail. Diabetes.
Come on.
That's all right. There's no bountiful luck for rolling for s'mores. All right, yeah. So we are right where we ended, meaning you are inside of this large ellipse, and every other NPC, all these wealthy folks, including Gideon and like a little smoke, chicken guy, as we're gonna call them, and the matronly woman that was doing the snails are bowing. And also, just to give you guys a little note, you guys haven't seen Corinne,
Right.
since you went in the
That's
house
right.
either.
Right.
So, so you can look for him if you want to or whatever, but like they're just kind of bowing as this like a minotaur is sort of moving in between the panes of glass.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you do?
Where are we positioned within the group? So there's the group of people bowing, looking at the windows. Where are we in relation to them bowing and the windows? Are we in between them?
No. There's like people kind of like all surrounding you,
Okay.
and they're facing the windows.
All right.
Okay.
It's like a big oval, right? And like
So
y'all are kind of near the middle.
So we're seeing an image of Baphomet, or like we actually see a minotaur moving
You
around.
see a minotaur. It's like a moving picture. It's like moving in between the four windows, almost like it's walking behind the windows.
I'm going to throw my shield and shatter a window.
Okay. All right. Let's.
Okay.
I love it.
This could
I
be-
love it. I
This
love
could
it.
be my worst idea ever.
I love
So
it.
first attack with my bonus is a 25.
Okay. All right. Tell me how you throw this.
I do a cap wind up and just fling it right
Yes.
right at the middle window.
Okay. Great. All right. So as you fling this shield, it does impact directly into the window. So like now it's stuck in the window.
What?
Window doesn't shatter though.
Okay.
So the shield is in the window, and the like a minotaur suddenly appears in that window, and just stares at you.
Oh.
So is the shield somehow disrupting the image of the Minotaur?
Not really.
Okay. So
It would be like if you put a shield onto a painting, like it's kind of like
it's in the painting now.
yes.
In the window.
Yes, it is in the window, but it does not shatter. All of a sudden, actually, does anyone else want to do anything?
Well, I'm looking around at my employer who's bowing to this thing, and I'm like, I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah.
Do any of you know what that thing is?
A minotaur?
Fair.
I kind of Ren kind of wants to try to get the shield out and then see if Celeste can throw it again to see if we can actually break
Okay,
the window.
So like you're gonna run
So
up
I'm
to
gonna
the
try
window.
to pull it out and then try to give it back to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you just gonna run straight up to the window? Or
Yeah,
like
try to run real quick and then.
All right.
pull out. Should I
at-
roll for something?
As you run up to the window and you put your hand on the shield, make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, I'm scared.
Oh,
okay.
boy.
Ooh, 7.
Oh man.
You don't have a.
All right.
I don't think so. For strength, right?
No,
Constitution.
Oh, oops.
Yeah. You should have the saving throws on the first
Oh,
page.
top.
8.
8.
That's like a
What,
help.
plus 8 or
Yeah, plus 8. Yeah.
No, not plus 8.
Plus?
Plus
Total
1.
of 8.
Oh, plus, yeah.
okay.
So sorry.
I was about to say,
my
I
bad,
was like,
my bad.
oh.
I was like, damn.
I was like, wow.
Constitution do you have?
I was like, Ren is beefed up.
I'm regular, y'all.
Oh, Ren. All right, Ren.
Ouch.
As you grab the shield, you feel a surge of energy come through the shield. You bounce backwards, and you take 9 points of damage.
Ouch. Okay.
You fall on your tush.
Ow.
Like actually bounce?
Like a gummy bear?
Gummy bears.
Boing, boing.
No. He like touches the shield. It almost looks like like electric shock. Like he touches it and like bounces off.
Like in Jurassic
I
Park.
tried,
when
I
Timmy,
tried.
when
Oh, that
Timmy
poor
flies
kid.
off.
I was actually thinking about that, but I didn't want to say it because I shouldn't laugh at that.
No,
right?
it's not funny.
But it is very funny.
It's very funny.
It is absolutely funny.
Oh, man, that's the funniest part of that
That
entire
is
film.
one of the funny. That is a very funny part of that movie, for sure. Poor Timmy.
Oh.
Save Jeff Goldblum. All right, so
I was gonna leave it up there.
all right, so as you fly back, the older chicken guy, he is still bowing, but he turns to you and says, "You fool! What are you doing? Bow."
Okay, sir. And then Red just automatically starts trying to bow.
Doing.
I'm just trying not to get in trouble.
Okay. Get all your friends to bow.
I don't know if they'll want to do that.
Just do it.
Hey, y'all, can y'all start bowing, please? This man's scary.
Can I make an insight check to see if this if Chicken Guy is asking us to do this because he's worried about us, or because
Sure.
okay, gonna do that. That's a 21.
Oh man. Oh, you can definitely tell that he is scared.
Okay.
Like you see little beads of sweat, on his gray hairs on his side.
And his temples and stuff.
Yeah, and,
Okay.
and you can clearly see that this is someone in peril.
Okay, so that I will say, I think it's for our good to bow, as she drops one knee and lowers her head a little bit. I think it's for our safety.
Okay. Does anyone else bend the knee? As Dahani just did.
Right.
Bend the knee.
It's kind of
Yeah,
hard to bend the knee in full plate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what does Perrin do? You've been
Yeah, Perrin's been observing all of this that's happening. What is the Minotaur doing in the window at this current moment?
staring directly at Celise.
At Celise. Celise, perhaps it was unwise to throw your shield at a thing.
It's better than standing around staring at it.
Well, staring never hurt anyone.
What are you up to?
And Perrin is staring at Celise.
I'm like, what are you up to?
Okay. All right. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no. There is something very strange about what is happening here. And maybe it's safe to play along, even if you're a person who is unwilling.
I'm in full plate.
Maybe you could just like half like bend at the waist.
Take a bow.
I love this like technical like discussion of how Celise is going to do it.
So she'll do like a little like almost mocking bow, kind of like
Okay.
kind of like when Geralt has to meet what's his name? The
Oh right, yeah,
yeah,
he
yeah.
does a little.
I'm not doing all
Like,
that, but
yeah.
That
like
is
kinda,
that is a great part of it. It's like right at the beginning of that game too. It's a pretty good part.
like fine.
So that's everyone except Perrin. Do you stay yourself, or do you join in with your crew?
Perrin, he's short, so he just sits there.
Okay, all right. Suddenly you hear a booming voice that like sorts of like surrounds you, and like it like it says, "Send me the one that does not bow." And the chicken guy goes up to you and takes your arm and says, "Come with me." Do you go with him?
Well, where is it that we're going?
Just come.
I don't go with strangers or people that I've just met.
Okay. All right. He's gonna try to drag you. So make us.
strength.
Yeah, we are contestant strength.
Get it?
When you're a halfling.
All right. I got a 21.
Perrin received an 8.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Tell me how you try to withstand his drag.
Perrin, as I'm assuming he's like yanking him forward.
He's trying to. Yes.
Yeah, so Perrin goes to dig his heels in like a child, feet, his toes up in the air, and his heels dug into the floor.
Okay. All right. So he's dragging you as your heels are on the floor.
Right.
You're like throwing a tantrum.
Right. Yes. Then, as soon as he realizes he can't do that, then he just goes limp. He just
Wow. Total tantrum. Oh
yeah,
my god.
yeah,
Oh my god.
So you become a total dead weight then.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. This is also like a. Oh, I can't say that, but a certain kind of tantrum. Let's just put it that way. Okay, so he drags you to the window
Yes.
where the Minotaur is, and all of a sudden you see a small black kind of like swirly circle on the mirror that looks very similar to the black swirly place that the office was that transported you into El Tiro.
Right.
And all of a sudden snails just pour out of it.
Oh.
They just pour out of this.
The giant ones or really small ones?
Like they're like medium sized.
Okay.
They're like the size of like bricks.
Okay.
So they're not like tiny to you.
Right.
And they just pour out and they like go on you.
Oh.
So like you have about 4 snails
Oh.
crawling over you. Your chest, your head, your back. How do you react to this? Or actually, how does everyone react to this?
I'm tired of staying.
Please unhand me.
Okay. Okay. So, Chicken Guy has already unhanded you as you're at the window.
Are the snails doing anything particular, or are they just attaching?
They're just like chilling. You know, they're not like biting you or trying to do anything. They're just kind of there.
Does anyone have salt?
Yeah, right.
I'm serious. Does
Sorry,
anyone
I
have
left my
salt?
Mortons at home.
Wow.
All right. So you also hear that same booming voice again. Send my snails to build more windows.
Oh no.
Yeah.
The glass those snails leave. Maybe that's why we couldn't destroy it. That's what these windows are made out of.
You guys have dealt with these things before?
You've dealt with a lot of
Yeah.
snails the last few days.
That's why my shield couldn't break it.
Well, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, Mr. Minotaur.
He didn't say anything, but you can proceed to talk while covered in snails to him.
Yes, well, sir, you seem to have left some pets unwanted upon me. Please,
Wow, I can't believe I gave you that opportunity, but I did. Yeah, I did. It's my fault, y'all.
if you please, can you come and retrieve them? They don't really go with the aesthetic. Well, I guess we should be introduced. Perrin Underbow, at your service. And he takes a bow now with the
With the snails on
with
you?
the snails attached.
Okay. All right. As you take a bow, you again hear this booming voice, and the booming voice says, "Smart." And then the Minotaur disappears from the window.
Says what?
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart. Exactly.
Yes, that was yeah. That was
Get smart.
I heard snort.
Snort.
snort, snarf, snarf.
Oh God.
So
Snarf appears in the window.
Oh, dear.
it's a terrible monster now.
So-
so what happened to the snails?
I was just about to ask
They're
that.
still on you. But at this point, Chicken Guy begins to take snails off of you. So he takes a snail and he goes and he gives one to Gideon.
Okay.
Takes another snail off of you and gives one to like a little smoke. Takes another snail and gives it to the matronly woman that was running the snail race. And he keeps another snail to himself.
Himself. Were these snails for you? How did they wind up on me?
Are you asking the
chicken? The chicken guy.
I can't believe
Chicken
you call him
guy.
Chicken Guy.
Frank Purdue.
No, shit. Frank Purdue. Now I feel like I have to readjust how he looks. Look like Frank Purdue. Yes. So like he is kind of stunned and like he's like, I'm sorry. Who are you again? Do you not know who invited you here?
Well, I feel embarrassed for you, my friend, if you don't know who I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You don't know who I be? Dunno.
As and he's like, the water, the deep, the snails,
The creeps.
the creeps. All right.
Perrin Underbow. He's out here in these streets.
So as you say, you know, like, do you know who I be? Corinne comes out of like a side room and says, "I invited them here." Right?
Yes, we're with him.
Yeah. And then he looks at Chicken Guy and like says, "Victoro, it's okay. It's okay. They all know what this is. They're just trying to get a little rise out of you." And then he looks at y'all with a kind of like play along kind of look, like he's kind of like, you know. So do you? How does everyone respond to that?
Ren's still like following, like bowing at this point.
So he just smacks him back at stop.
But then he like, I feel, Ren wants to go over to Gideon just to make sure he's okay.
If I work here, why didn't I get a snail?
Okay, all right. As you walk over to Gideon, anyone else?
You were contracted out.
And anyone else do anything?
I'm
Anyone else
gonna
like
come
respond
over
to Corinne?
to Corinne, or should we call him something else now?
I mean, you just know him as Corinne, so.
Oh, okay. So I thought maybe the name that was just used was actually his name.
No. Corinne called Chicken Guy.
Oh, okay.
Victoro, yes.
So I just go and post up near Corinne, kind of like, yeah. This was the plan all along.
Okay. Anybody else do anything?
What's Perrin's body like right now?
So all the snails are
slimy.
off of you.
Right. Does he have that goo?
You do
slime?
have some of that.
I've been
on you.
slimed.
I don't know.
Right.
You do have like some of those little glass shards, like those kind of like that liquid with little glass shards on it. Yes. It's like not a lot, but it's you would definitely notice.
Right. Okay. So, well, is there perhaps a cleaning agent that can be applied for all of this?
Who are you asking?
Victoro, I guess, because I mean he seems to be
Okay.
the guy here.
Okay. All right. So he looks at you and like says, "There's no cleaning supplies anywhere. No hand sanitizer anywhere." So no. Haven't you been watching the news? It's all bought out. There's that one guy in Kentucky with like 17,000 things of hand sanitizer. No. He looks at you and like I says, just go.
Just go where?
Where?
Just leave.
To where?
Leave this house.
That's rude.
And like he's like just talking to you. Like he's not saying everyone leave. He's like, you leave.
Wow.
Please understand that I have been afflicted. And now you're going to remove me? I am, perhaps it's unknown, the greatest guest you have ever had here in this room. Roll persuasion or...
Okay. Yeah. You can roll persuasion if you're trying to persuade him to keep you.
Oh, boy. But that's okay because it's a 16.
Okay. Yeah. I would say you want to just stay, right?
Right. Well, yeah, you're not going to kick me out. I'm going to leave when I want to leave. Like, you're not going to kick me out.
Is that what? Is that your follow up? Like, stay where I want to stay.
Right.
Yeah. So you see Victorio kind of like grab his like chin and like a look up and like say, "Well, you were a great receptacle for the snails that we need. Perhaps the demon lord has more use for you yet."
Well, I am only useful when it suits my fancy. You heard? That was PH fancy.
Okay, as Perrin is just being Perrin, everyone with a snail, you start to see begin to head toward the door to exit.
Oh.
So either
So
door
they're
A or
leaving.
they're leaving. Yes. Does anyone do anything, say anything, or just let them out?
I'm gonna kind of mosey on over to Victoro and be like, why don't I have a snail? I work for you. What is my contract over?
You're new. How do you think you deserve one of these snails?
I don't know.
Your job. He's got real black. He got real black right now. Oh man. I don't know. What you be doing? Yeah. So he leans over and says, "Look, we don't need to have this discussion with all these members. Just you'll be paid handsomely. Just make sure to just report back to me anything you find about these people."
So I'm supposed to, this is all hush hush. I'm supposed to go with them then?
Yes, I have suspicions about them,
All right.
and I need someone on the inside.
Got it.
If you have any thoughts, I was going to have to bargain, or I thought I might have to double your pay or something.
I mean, yes.
but no,
you said
it's
No.
You sound like you are in for it, so thank you. I appreciate it.
Instantly unhappy.
It's a question.
You go from happy to like.
My bird eyebrows are like.
How close are we in relation to this conversation?
They're whispering. I mean, you could, if you rolled a.
I'd have to roll high. Wouldn't I?
Yeah. You'd have to roll pretty high. I mean, you can try.
Stealth or
Do it.
Yeah. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to like lean in? Are you trying to read lips? Are you trying to like what are you trying to do?
Well, I figured they were close enough where I would hear talking. Maybe not exactly what
You
they
can hear
said.
that they're whispering for sure, but you can't make out any words unless you try to
Give it to honey.
dive in there.
All right, I'm gonna leave it go for now. Now.
Okay. And what else
Watching
want
bird.
Perrin's gonna run over to Little Smoke
Okay.
and try and strike up a conversation.
Okay. Great. Great.
Little Smoke, well, what are you doing with this snail?
Why do you need to know?
Why do you need a snail?
For the first time, I'm speechless. What are you doing here?
It seems that we wind up in places unwanted a lot, but this is where we happen to be right now, and so do you.
Look, I'm everywhere where there's business, okay? I don't really care who does what, as long as I can, make some coins off of it, okay? You should know that by now.
Well, are you being commissioned with these snails?
I'm always commissioned.
Well, what is the job? Perhaps
I'm not going to tell you the job.
Perhaps
I don't want anybody competing with me.
You could hook up your boy.
What is up with you today? I don't know. You're just like
I got this snail slime on me. And,
the snail slime just got you.
Yeah, he's just a little extra,
Just today.
Yeah, he's just a little extra gully today. So
I got the hookup. Yeah, so yeah, he's just like, I'm not gonna tell you anything, and then he continues to walk toward the door.
Perrin stops in his tracks, and he kind of like composes himself, and he says, "Little Smoke, I don't need to remind you that it's perhaps unwise to be on the bad side of Perrin Underbow." And he wants to roll. I'm going to roll intimidation.
Okay.
15.
Okay. He reels back a little bit, and he's like, "Yeah, I mean, I've seen what you've done in the past, but I'm not looking for a fight here. Just let me be. Let me conduct my business. Look, there's plenty of other people here to bother.
Well,
You always bother me.
those people don't have the history that you and I
Our
have.
history is terrible. What are you talking about?
But it is history
It's awful.
nonetheless. What is going on here?
I'm not telling you." And again, he continues to walk. At this point, I will say that the other people, you were walking towards Gideon. He is walking toward the door. Do you try to stop him?
I don't know. Like, that's already creepy. So I think Ren's going to stop and just, like, wait to see where he's going, because that's a little creepy when we've already seen this before. So I'm
Okay.
gonna stop and just wait.
All right.
And observe.
And so the other two people that have snails are Victorio and the matronly woman. They're also walking to the door. After Dahani, has her whisper conversation.
Whisper conversation, yes.
with Victoro. Anyone do anything to anyone else, or do you let them all bounce?
I'm not worried about where the people with snails are going because I'm sure we'll see them again. I do come up to our elven friend and go, "Where were you?"
I had to take care of some business here.
That's not really an answer.
I know.
Wow.
He is being very cagey. So like he just like, "Look, I know someone here. I just had to make sure everything was okay. I don't want you guys getting in trouble."
It's a little late for that.
Well, you guys aren't in trouble, right? Like,
They're bowing to a minotaur.
well, I mean, look, just as long as you didn't do anything like try to damage the windows or anything, you should be fine. And like he can't. Well, he's a little too far to see what's anything in the window.
All right, what's the next plan? What's the next move? What are you doing?
Well, I might. I think we need to go and meet the person that I talked to.
And who would that be?
You'll understand when you see her.
So are we like getting ready to leave?
What do you want to do? So like you could stay where you are. You could follow the snail people.
Right.
You could go with Corinne. You could, try somehow to get Salisha's shield
Right,
out
yeah,
of
so,
the window. Like, what do you want to do?
So once Perrin was otherwise rebuffed by Little Smoke, he turns around and he sees the conversation that Celise and Corinne are having, and he turns to Celise and says, "Before we go, Celise, perhaps we should probably unhinge your shield." Unless, of course, you don't want it anymore.
You know that I want my shield. It's very important to me.
Well, let's not waste any time.
Can I try to knock it out of the window with my quarterstaff?
Yeah. How how long is a staff?
It's about
It's
about 5.
it's like
6
your height kind of.
Yeah, it's a
Or
little
higher?
it's a little taller than I am.
Taller? Okay, so you're gonna try to do okay. Yeah.
So yeah, it's the wings are kind of in the way, so you don't really get to see it, but like it's like on my back between the wings. So
Okay.
I walk over and I try and swing my quarterstaff at it.
Okay.
It's gonna be great, y'all. That's an 11.
Okay. Tell me how you swing.
I do it with confidence, and just a straight up baseball bat swing.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm trying to have enough force behind it to, kind of like pry it from the window. but I think I whiff a little bit, maybe.
Oh, like you completely miss it.
Well, it's up to you.
Yeah. I wouldn't say you miss it.
Okay.
You do hit it.
Okay.
It's just not enough to lodge it out.
Okay.
It does move a little bit though.
Oh.
But yeah, it like wasn't enough to get it out.
I just keep hitting it until it comes loose.
You know what?
You're a bird. You can fly up there.
Yeah.
No, I thought how high is it? Like how high is the window?
I mean, the window is huge.
Okay.
But
How-
Floor to ceiling?
Oh yeah, but like where like Sleece's shield is like at like her level when she threw it.
Okay.
So I'm assuming you threw it pretty straight.
Yeah.
Like you didn't throw it like up.
Okay.
So.
So yeah, I would just like to. I mean, I saw what happened to Rin, and I don't want to become fried chicken. So I would just like to try and keep. If it moves, I'm gonna keep.
Okay.
Hitting it until it dislodges.
I will say this: roll 3 d20s.
Okay.
Let's see.
Like as attacks.
Yes.
Okay. That's a 21, a 23. That's cocked. And a 26.
Wow. Okay. As you go in for your second swing, you notice that the windows no longer have the Minotaur on it.
Mm-hmm.
They just look like they looked when you first came in, just like regular windows.
Regular windows. Okay.
So as you go in, it's like 3 pretty rapid hits. Pop, pop, pop. Shield falls out.
Okay. I pick it up and I bring it over to Celise.
Okay.
Oh, well, thank you.
No problem.
Y'all so business-like. I love it.
It's like Celeste saw what happened to Ren, so she was like,
Yeah,
"Huh."
exactly. I will invoice you in the, in
I will
for
invoice
this.
you a retrieval fee. Thank you.
All right. So as you guys are doing all this, Corinne's like, we really have to go upstairs. And as he says that, you hear a large commotion outside. Because remember, all the people with the snails left, and right outside of the big oval, you hear pretty large commotion that like sounds like people screaming, and it sounds like weapons drawn and that kind of stuff.
Oh boy.
So we need to go upstairs outside or upstairs inside?
Corinne wants you to go upstairs inside, and this stuff is happening outside.
Can we see out of the windows that are now windows?
You wouldn't be able to see outside. Plus, those windows are facing the other way.
Okay.
So they wouldn't.
Can we see out the doorway?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you can open the door. You can like kind of
I
creak
didn't-
open the door.
I thought the
door
doors
was
were
still
open.
Yeah.
No. It's not open.
Oh, so we can't go where the snail people went.
I mean, you can, sure. Yeah.
I kind of want to go where the snail people are going.
All right. So
Okay. Does anyone follow Rin?
Perrin follows Ren.
Okay. Anyone
I
else?
pull my sword and follow.
Okay. Sonny?
I follow.
Okay. Corinne's like, and he goes to follow you as well.
All right.
But like he looks very disappointed.
Also, since he was in the house and he came from like he came from an upstairs area in the house. Do I have an idea as to who he wants us to talk to?
You know what? Roll history, because you might have heard this in passing conversation.
You can do it.
I can't. That's a 4.
Okay.
My bodyguard job is strictly on a need to know basis. and I did not need to know this.
So remember, I mentioned last episode that it was almost as if they wanted to keep you blind to a lot that's going on. So they wouldn't have told you,
yeah,
but like you might have heard it through just
the grapevine.
people. Yeah, exactly. California raisins. Yeah. All right. So as you go outside,
Well, are we going outside or are we going to the door?
you tell. I'm
Because-
assuming y'all were going
I
outside.
assume we were going to the
Because-
door.
Okay.
Perrin's
all right.
going to
As
the
you go to the
door.
door.
Yeah,
As you go,
Perrin's
okay.
going to the
All right.
door.
So what do you do at the door?
Well, I mean, he's behind Ren. Ren, are you going outside or are you going to the door?
I don't like this pressure. Okay.
You diverted us from our course.
I know. I didn't know everybody was gonna follow me. Okay, so
Stop chasing them shapes, man.
I mean, Gideon is one of the snail folks, so he is out there.
we're going to the door.
Y'all tell. Look, I'm not telling y'all what to do. Y'all tell me.
We're going to the door.
All right. Well,
Okay.
Final answer.
Now you're at the door. So what do you do at the door?
The door is closed though, right?
The door is closed.
Okay, can I like try to sneakily just kind of open it slowly just to make sure, and like peek?
Okay, roll stealth.
Okay. Oh god, my stealth is not good, I'm sure. Net 20.
Nice.
that's nat 20.
All right.
25.
Oh yeah, you don't have to add anything to it. Perfect. First nat 20 of the day. Yeah. So like, tell me how you creep.
So Red goes to open the door a little bit, and then he like puts his right leg around the door to just like hold it, and then like looks to see if he sees anything. I don't know if he sees anything though.
Oh yeah. Well, with a nat 20, you see everything. Dude.
Okay.
Yeah, great job. Yeah. So what you see is so like as a reminder was Victorio, the matronly woman, Gideon, and Low Smoke that all left with these like snails, right? What you see is the matronly woman and Victorio fighting with DeGault, Neverember, and Renair Neverember. They all have swords out and they are fighting each other. Their two snails are on the ground, and they look bigger than you remember.
It's been 10 minutes.
When they carried them out. Well, if you remember, the one in Trollskull Manor grew fairly quickly as well. And Lil like Smoke and Gideon are like kind of like trying to hide like behind these like trees with their snails. And I'll say that you tell everyone.
Yeah. Ooh, should we go in or what side? Like I don't.
And like
You're the one to open the door.
and like they are like wailing at each other. Like they are.
Maybe they'll kill each other and we can take their stuff.
That is possible.
You're just like playing Call of Duty or something. You're just waiting to sneak in with that.
I mean, I was playing The Division earlier, so
Sneak in with that last shot.
Kill steal. And she like cranes her neck out over to look out of the door and looks back at y'all, and y'all do this on a regular basis.
unfortunately.
It seems to be our lot in life.
I say we go upstairs, and if they're still fighting, then we jump in.
I love it.
I was thinking that same thing too.
I was thinking that also.
Well, let's go.
Let them fight.
Either way, I feel like we're gonna have some trouble on our hands.
All right. Corinne says, "Thank God," because as you've seen, he's not a great fighter.
Yeah.
And he leads you upstairs. As you go upstairs, he kind of leads you to this like room. Kind of it like looks like a very fancy like a bedroom with like what's that called, like canopy?
Yeah.
Like like a very formal bed.
Yes.
Huge like curtains. It just looks like it's like a queen's room or like or like something. And you see a woman there that says, "Hello, my name is Aaron. I've seen you've met my son.
You're who?
What are you doing here?"
Excuse me, madam, but you mentioned your son. This progeny is unknown to us.
Yes, my son Corinne. What are you doing here?
Oh. Well, he did not give us this information. We were brought here by him.
He said we need to meet you.
Yes. Because clearly, I mean, she like kind of like looks at at like y'all and says, clearly you don't have the means to normally come here. So there
beg
must
your pardon,
so there
madam.
must be
I
an
work here.
so there must be well I've never seen you here before. So you must be a seasonal hire.
Celeste is like so affronted. Like, I will have you know, madam.
Yeah. And she like looks at your armor and says, "Yeah, y'all don't have the means to be here. So,
My feathers are ruffled.
yeah, I actually got this scene now. The feathers ruffling, and she basically says like, look, there's demonic presence here. Are you here to help solve this, or are you not? Because then off with you. I don't need you. And leave my son alone if you don't want to help."
He came to us.
He told us to come up here.
I was about to say the same thing, but Dahani hasn't been been.
Well,
with me
look,
for long.
my son not the brightest, okay? And
What does that say about you?
And like also he's like right there. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we have him say something or ask him like?
Right.
yeah, no. Do you want to ask him something?
Yeah, it's like, Corinne, do you have something to say to this lady?
Okay.
This lady, your
This
mother.
lady, your mother.
Okay.
So, and Celeste is like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
you brought your mama here and you didn't tell us nothing.
Yeah.
We've been following you all this. What is going on?
Are you like
Yes,
saying
I'm
that?
saying.
She's like, brought me here. I live here. Do you know anything?
No, because he hasn't told us anything.
All right. So she says, "Do you know whose house you're at?"
This is the Castle Lancer's house.
Yes. And do you know who I am?
No.
Oh Lord. I am a castle enter.
All right.
So this is your
So therefore,
house?
this is my place.
Well,
And we're still not impressed.
No, sweet. All right. Anyone else say anything? Will you help us?
well, this is not the way to engender fealty in your friends.
I don't need your fealty. Look, I don't even go downstairs anymore because they do God knows what down there. Okay? I stay up here. I send my son to, go do things and like figure things out. If he brought you to me, that means you can help me.
Yes,
And like you can help us cleanse the demonic presence from this house.
well, you can help us by changing your attitude.
What attitude? No one's ever told me I have an attitude.
Then you've never gone outside, have you? And
Allow
I'm
me
sorry.
to reintroduce myself. My name is Perrin Underbill. You are
Aaron.
Aaron. Well, Aaron, Ms. Aaron, we can be of assistance to you. But if you'd like us to be of assistance, you must treat us with the respect that we deserve.
What have you done to earn my respect?
I haven't stabbed you yet.
How dare you?
Well,
How dare you? You're in my house.
That your son brought us to.
Yes, and now you're going to stab the person that supposedly your friend brought you to, his mother.
We just met him.
Corinne, are you gonna say something? Because this lady's going
He
crazy.
is looking at you like,
And it's like, I'm the paladin here, the one to cleanse the demons. So you really are not making me want to help you, lady.
all right. So like, she says, well, if you don't want to help, then get out.
I don't think they said that.
in fact,
You don't think?
No. I'm saying like
Right.
Dahani is speaking up. Like, I don't think they said that. I just think that you're being really mean.
Well, being mean is a way to get done.
No.
No, being mean is a way to have people not help you.
Being a woman in this family, and then as she begins to go on sort of a rant, you hear those sounds that you heard outside. They sound like they're downstairs now. The fighting sounds like it's downstairs, and like she, like I says, Oh, what is going on down there?
It's a fight.
Sorry. Corinne, go take care of that. And then like he like says, yes, Mom, and he runs out the door.
He's gonna die.
Are we gotta be stuck with this lady now?
Oh, we're not gonna be stuck.
I mean,
anywhere.
y'all can go follow him, or you can stay with his mom.
Aaron, you've just sent your son to his peril.
I've not sent him to his peril. What are you talking about?
Have you ever seen your son fight?
What do you mean a fight? I just hear something going on down there. I just want him to check it out.
As our new compatriot has just let you know, there is a fight going downstairs.
Fight
That
between
sound
who?
that was previously unheard was a fight amongst the people that were downstairs.
Well, why are you down there taking care of it then? You're supposed to be these warriors. That's what Corinne said.
Do I look like a warrior?
All right.
So Celise is done. She's capital D done with this rude woman.
Okay.
She's like, look, we're not just servants. Your son brought us up here without any information. And because we actually kind of like your son, we're going to go help him. And then we're going to deal with you.
All right. So
Where I come from, people that act like you don't live very long.
Okay. She
Celise just turns and is like, I'm helping Corinne. Y'all can stay in that.
okay. She turns to like the rest of you and say, well, go follow her. Clearly she's the brains of this
boy.
operation.
Oh, I'm going to stab her.
Go.
times.
Go now. Now go.
I'm just gonna go. I'm out of here. This lady
Golly.
has been too much.
She's a little bit too caring for me.
Perrin looks at her and says,
She is a Karen, actually. That's a good description.
well,
I told Apple Karen. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry.
where is your manager?
Apparently not here.
But by the way, did you guys see there was like a video of someone like arguing with a Burger King employee while Burger King was on fire? Did you guys see this? It was like somebody posted like, this is peak America. It was a Karen arguing for a refund for this Burger King employee that was leaving the Burger King while it was smoking on fires. Pretty good.
Yeah.
right.
That's better than me trying to get a check cash during a bank robbery.
Oh God,
That is,
oh my God.
That's a post-show
yeah,
story.
that is a
That's a
post-show
post-show
story. Yeah. So
You always have a better tangent than everyone. You always have a.
Cicero just always has stories where like, how are you not dead? That's where I'm at.
yeah, it is pretty amazing. So Perrin looks at Aaron and says, "Well, what type of host are you? If you haven't offered your guests a spot of tea, I am quite parched right now. Please understand that I won't go and help your son until I get something to quench my thirst."
All right. Is everyone else? Are y'all still in the room?
No, I would have. No,
Okay.
she started yelling, and I was like, "No, I'm gone."
All right. So it's only you in the room, and she says, "Oh," and then she rings this bell, and you see another halfling run in.
Okay.
He has kind of like a very fancy thing on, and he like comes in with like a thing of like hot boiling water. And he is actually, I'm gonna roll for this dude because he is
Scald
nervous.
himself.
Dude's nervous.
Oh my god.
Oh, he rolled a 4.
Oh no!
Oh, somebody get it.
He drops not all the hot water.
Okay.
He drops quite a bit of it. And Aaron slash Karen, it's like, what are you doing? Make the tea. And then like he's in the corner, like using the last bit of water to pour into this cup. Do you drink the tea?
Does she have tea?
No.
Oh, well,
She didn't ask for tea.
yeah.
Only you
asked for tea.
That is true. That is true. Well, you're not going to drink with me?
She She doesn't say anything. She's just sighing now.
Okay.
And she looks very irritated.
Okay. Well, so Perrin looks at the halfling, gives him a nod. Thank you very much. Perrin looks up at Aaron, sits back in his little chair. I'm assuming that he's got.
You've been standing, but if
okay.
you want to sit in one of her chairs, you can see what kind of reaction that'll have.
Yeah. So he grabs
sit
her
like
tea
in
in,
her-
a little saucer,
Yeah. So.
and he goes to sit back in a chair with the tea.
Okay.
And he brings the tea up to his mouth, and he's getting ready to pour it into his mouth, and he says, "Please understand, we don't know very much about you. Please tell me."
I love this. They went to go. Okay, as
Yeah.
okay.
Wow.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna shift over to them,
yeah.
but I'm assuming that you are trying to
Trying
get some
to-
information out of
information
her
out of- yeah.
while your friends have run down to
Yeah.
try to save Corinne. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So switch back to downstairs. I need a order that y'all will come downstairs.
Well, I left
Who wants
first.
to
Yeah.
do first?
And I'll be after Celise.
And it'll be me.
Okay, and Dahani at the end. All right.
Oh boy. I can't believe you're sitting there having.
A tea party.
I mean, he's.
I mean, I can't.
I am trying to be the optimist here. Perrin knows y'all can handle yourselves. He is trying to get some information that might help you in the larger game.
That
you know?
is
that
also
is-
correct. The other thing that Perrin knows
That is what it
is that a lot of his strength comes from his understanding of magics, which don't work downstairs.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, and like Perrin has some high charisma. You know, he could be. So I
Yeah.
being optimistic, I think
Yeah.
that might be what happens. what's
Perrin,
happening.
Perrin is a tool that can be a weapon.
Okay.
It doesn't always have to be used to hit things.
All right. So, Celise, as you run down, basically right in front of you, you know, because I guess like a door that like goes out into the floor. As soon as you open the door, pretty close to you, Renair and Victoro are fighting
each other.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And remind me, Renero's his son.
He is the son that you previously left in the dungeon and that appeared in the first episode.
Perrin's best friend.
That like reappeared.
I'm gonna let
in the
them work
first
that family drama out. I'm looking for Corinne.
Okay, all right. As you're looking for him, they see you
Oh shit.
and like and like Renair's like, Celise. As he is like fighting, he's like, we have to take them down. Oh, and
Take who down?
and-
So is he swinging at me? Or?
no. He is like swinging at like
his
Victoro.
No, at Chicken Guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
chicken.
yeah, exactly.
Frank Purdue.
Exactly, and.
It's got mad
Frank
AKAs.
Purdue. I know there's a lot of AKAs in this episode. And then Victoro says, "Nonsense! They are servants of Baphomet." As they're fighting.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take out Chicken Dude then, because he puts nails on.
So you're not
He puts
looking
nails
for.
I mean, I am, but is someone attacking me?
no one's attacking you right now.
All right. Well, is Corinne in a place where I can get to him in this turn?
Roll investigation.
Nice. Don't fail me. That is 11. I'm sorry, 12.
You can't quite make them out, but you see, because there's more, because there's more people in here, but you see someone that could be him, that's sort of like off in the corner away from the fighting.
Okay. If he's away from the fighting, then I'm gonna help. What's his name?
Renair.
Yes.
Okay. So how are you gonna help him?
I'm gonna.
Stab.
What?
Stab.
I don't know if that's helpful. I'm gonna try to like knock out Chicken Guy because I don't think he's in his right mind.
Okay. All right. Tell me what you want to do.
If I'm in melee range, I'm gonna like try to like hit him with the pommel of my sword.
You'd have to run up, but like it's like within like 30 feet for sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna try once and see what happens. See if I actually manage to hit him. So for this one, should I use my sword or unarmed strike?
If you're trying to hit him with the pommel, I'd say
Regular attack.
it'd be your sword. Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be your sword.
Ooh, that is a nat 1. And Perrin's not there, so I don't have bountiful luck. So that was a fail.
Oh, Celise. Oh, so tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you what happens.
What I wanted to do was kind of like, just give him like a thok. And like, kind of like, just to knock him out, not so much kill him. But I'm guessing because of the melee and everything else, I go to do that and I miss, and I probably like smack maybe Rainier by mistake.
Not only do you miss with a crit fail, they're trying to swing at each other. So you mistakenly get caught in the crossfire. Roll a d6.
2.
Oh, pretty good. All right, so that's the damage that you take.
Oh. Don't they have to like roll to hit me?
Yeah, not that bad. Well, I mean, if it's a crit fail, no, you just
2 whole points. Oh no.
2 whole points. All right. So, Rin, as you come through the door, you see Celeste just getting hit. What do you do?
Ooh.
And like you can't quite tell who hit her because like Renair and Victoria are like kind of going at it. But like you just see her try to run in and she gets hit there. So
I don't know. I feel like Celeste can handle herself, and I'm still trying to find Corinne because I'm still mad about him not saying anything about his mom upstairs.
Okay.
So I want to go search for him real quick to see where he's at.
Roll. I love this.
Okay.
Roll
Okay.
investigation.
1.
Wow.
Wow.
You gotta eat a cookie.
Oh man. All right. Oh god. All right. As you're looking around for him, you don't quite notice that because, as I said, there's some other people that are down here. They're kind of observing what is going like on. And you are walking around and you're looking for him. And you just straight up just trip, man. You just trip over someone's foot. Roll a d4.
Okay.
Because, you don't take that much damage.
3.
Yeah. You just fall like flat on your nose. As
That's happened more
you're
times than
looking.
once.
And
So.
you just take 3 points of damage. Tahani, as you come down, you just see Rin on the floor. And you see Celeste like kind of reeling back a bit.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna go join Celeste, and I'm going to try to incapacitate Victoro.
Okay. All right. How?
I'm gonna do a stunning strike.
Okay.
So I gotta roll to hit. Mm-hmm. That is a 27 to hit.
All right. That definitely hits.
So he needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. All right. 16.
Meets my DC. So he takes like 7 points of damage via a chop to the back of the neck, but he's not stunned.
Okay. All right. So tell me, like, give me the flavor for it. How does that
So
happen?
I come down the stairs. Actually, I'm probably just getting down the stairs as I see Ren trip and fall in his face. And then I look around and I see Celeste, Victoro, and Renair in this awkward kind of 3-way battle. And I have no idea what's going on here, but I know that my employer is acting weird and I don't want him to. So I was going to try and stun him.
My employer's acting weird. Let's stun him.
Right.
It's not
Like, what is going on here? Please explain and also pay me.
Okay. All right. Okay. So now that all 3 of you are down there, well, everyone except Perrin is in initiative. So let's roll. I will roll for.
That was almost awesome.
18.
8.
10.
All right. difficult. Oh, wow, they're rolling pretty high. And matronly woman who we don't know who she is yet. All right. Let's go back up to Perrin.
Sure.
What are you just trying to have casual conversation?
So
what are you attempting to do?
So Perrin's trying to have casual conversation with Aaron. He's also I'd like to roll an investigation to see what Perrin sees around the room so that he can glean some more insight on what is happening here and perhaps get Aaron to spill more beans.
Sure. Okay.
All right. That is a dirty 21.
Okay. All right. What you see is I say the thing that piques your eye the most is you see a photo of what looks like a younger version of like Aaron with a young elf that looks strikingly like Corinne.
Okay.
And you also see another younger, like a human, looking kind of like a half human, half like an elf. And you also see another older gentleman who you could tell is not Victoro.
Okay.
Interesting thing about the picture though is the other two people, you can see a small mark across their faces, almost like they've been slightly crossed out of the photo.
So what race is Aaron? Is Aaron an elf?
Aaron is a human.
Aaron appears completely human. Okay. So Mrs. Aaron, as I said before, your progeny was unknown to us, but also Corinne's parentage was unknown. It seems odd that a human would sire an elf. How is it that you came to call this man Corinne your son?
All right. She looks like she's about to say something, but then she like stops herself.
So Perrin looks at her and he smiles slyly. And he says, please, it's just the two of us. You can tell me. And like to roll charisma
Okay, just like a straight up charisma.
or persuasion.
All right.
18.
Okay. All right. So she recants. She like puts her head down and she basically says, "Well, I guess I can stop with the act since it's just you here." In the side, I went, oh, I saw Sleece's. Like she can sense it from downstairs.
Yeah, right.
In that part. She says, "Well, I am a Castellanter. I'm one of the daughters, and I went off to marry another noble, Arlos, and Arlos is an elf, and we had young Corinne. But unfortunately, the House Desolanter did not look kindly on him, and he was banned. But he still comes to see me every once in a while. We've been trying to figure out how to put an end to Victorio's schemes. And I asked him to bring any help, and he appears to have brought you."
Yeah. So as she's telling the story, Perrin gets up, he puts his tea on the table, and he's walking over towards that photo.
Okay.
As she is finishing this story, And he looks back at her kind of wistfully. He looks over at the picture and he says, "Is this you, Corinne, and your betrothed?"
Yes.
And this other man in the picture, who might he be?
That is my husband, Arlos.
Well, the old man. Isn't there an older man in the picture? So, oh, well, then who is the half human, half elf?
That's my daughter.
What is her name?
All right. As you ask that, we're gonna get back downstairs.
Ooh.
But yeah, you are getting some good stuff.
Your nosiness is good for something.
Back to the fighting. All right. So, Celise, with your 18, you are up.
All right, Celise is tired of everybody, and she's going to Thunderous Smite.
Okay. Who are you directing this at? Because so both sides of this fight are like next to each other. So lots like Renair and Victorio are fighting. So if you Thunderous Smite, you'll hit both of them. And
Well, I'm aiming to hit because remember, Thunderous Smite is you're hitting with a weapon, but the area of effect is thunder.
yeah, so the
Everyone in the room is going to be affected.
oh
but-
okay okay. So
I mean, I
everyone in the
could
room.
do-
I
I
mean, it's a
could
pretty
do-
large room. I don't think everyone would be affected, but I will say that the two people that are fighting will definitely be affected for sure.
All right, then you know what? I'm going to do Blinding Smite instead
Okay.
because it focuses on what I'm attacking.
All right. And you're going for who?
Oh, why can't I remember the dude's
For
name?
Victoro or for Renair?
Vitoro.
Okay.
They can do a Constitution saving throw. That is a 17 and a dirty 20.
All right. Wait, what is the?
Well, I add
24?
the damage. It's on damage.
Okay. This 14 saving throw.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So did that
save?
pass or not?
So did I hit them? So dirty 20 and a 17. Did I hit them?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, those were both your attacks. Oh.
My
Yeah,
attack.
yeah. That's what I was trying to figure out.
And then you
But-
add.
and then a blind smice after. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So
So that's on damage.
yeah. So did Victorio save or no?
I don't know. Did he?
14.
14?
With a 14.
There's a 14 save?
It's a tie, so it's
so
on
yeah.
Constitution.
Okay.
Yeah, so then it saves.
All right.
So you get half damage? Or
Yeah. Is it
not
half
that?
damage or is it if the target?
Saves.
They're just not blinded. They take full damage.
Oh, okay.
All right. So what is the damage?
Oh, we're gonna find out because it's a lot of D8. It's basically every D8 I've got. It's 4d8. So 6. Sorry, y'all. Math is hard. So 11,
Mathlooksgood.com.
11, 8. Stop. I'm trying to count. Asshole.
Welcome to the games of shapes.
Right.
No.
So 11, 8, 7.
877. That's 22. What's the other one?
11. I think.
11, 8, 8, and 7.
11, 8, and 7?
So
34.
19.
That's
34.
okay. 34.
34 damage.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me how you do it.
Celise is full of tired of everyone's shit. And because she's been hit, she's been yelled at and been rude to. So she takes her sword, and because it's a blinding smite, she strikes it against her shield, and that creates a spark of light. And it does damage, but it doesn't blind them like she hopes they'd be disoriented. And it's just effective on her target.
Okay. All right. I like that. All right. So like he's not blinded, but he definitely takes that hit and he like recoils back from like Renair. And he looks at you kind of with shock. Because he, thought you guys were coming to,
I'm not coming to help you with these snails.
chill with the demon and you
Nah,
attack
bro.
him.
It ain't
all
like
right.
that.
So next up is the Galt. All right.
Where is he?
He is fighting with the matronly woman,
Got it.
kind of like on the other side there. And he is going to swing at her. 10. He whiffs.
Come on.
Yeah.
Galt.
Yeah, he
thought you had it.
he whiffs for sure. All right, and oh no, actually no, he has another attack. My bad. Okay, he still barely misses. So he is, you just see him just. That's all right. I got the sound effects going, y'all. The sound effects are popping off right now. All right, Victoro. All right, so he is reeling from Selice's attack. So he is going to. Where are we at? He is going to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Rude.
Because he is got hit with this really bad and like he is like hurting, so he is trying to.
If this, I'm out.
So like he is trying to bounce. So he's going to cast that, and then he's going to make a stealth roll. And remember, if he makes this, he can't be tracked. So he rolls a 23 because he gets a plus 10. So he is he just bounces and y'all don't know where he is.
How?
He passes without a trace.
That's Victoria.
Yes, that is Victorio.
But he's hurting now.
He is hurting for sure.
Does
Next,
he leave a blood trail?
his blood trail was without a trace.
It's invisible blood. It turned invisible.
Yeah, it's like it perfectly blends in with the carpet. Like there's red blotches exactly where his blood where his blood is in the patterns. All right, so Renair is next. So like Vittorio leaves. So like Renair is like kind of like puzzled. He doesn't quite know what to do. But he's going to use all of his action to move over closer to his dad, who is fighting the matronly woman. So he moves over there. He's not close enough to like hit, but he moves over there. Dahani. So
My target just bounced.
he bounced.
I suppose then, if I see Renair heading over to join the fight with the matronly woman, who I know has a snail, I'm gonna go fight the woman with the snail.
Okay. Do you want to do you have any range? Are you trying to hit her?
How far away is she from me?
She's like about 40 feet. So like you wouldn't be able to.
I can get there.
You can get there. Okay. How much? How
I have
much movement do you
45
have?
feet of
Oh wow!
movement.
Holy crap! On the ground.
Yes.
Wow, it's awesome.
So I'm gonna run on over,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna swing my quarterstaff to hit her in the neck non-lethally, because I still don't know what's going on here. So that's 2 attacks.
I love this. You're almost like Batman. You're like you're trying to incapacitate her.
That's a 16 and a 23.
Okay.
To hit her.
Both hit.
Okay. That is a total of 18 points of damage, non-lethal.
Okay.
And if she still looks hardy, I'm gonna hit her again.
Let's see. Hold on. So that's 18, right? You said. Yeah. I mean, she definitely reacts to it.
Okay.
She's but she's still there. So
Okay.
if you have another attack, yeah, you
I
can hit her.
do. I'm gonna spend a key point to flurry of blows.
Okay.
2 more attacks.
All right.
Oh man, does a 13 hit?
Nope.
Okay, then the next one definitely does. That's a 26.
Okay, definitely.
Ooh, max damage. 13 more points of damage.
All right. Woo. All right. And you're going for non-lethal, correct?
Yes.
All right. So tell me how you flurry her.
So the first 2 attacks, so I'm running over with my quarterstaff. So I hit her with the front of the quarterstaff, the first hit, and then the back of the quarterstaff with the second hit. And then I spin to do like a sweep around, and she ducks it. But then the 4th hit is like right in the face, and it like it's like
this.
I didn't stun her, but it's definitely like a stunning. She has to like step back and take a couple minutes to regain herself.
Yeah. So she steps back. She looks dazed, and she does fall down.
Ooh.
So she's not, she's not dead, but she does. I'll say because you dealt so much damage in a little amount of time, you're going for like non-lethal. It's enough to knock her off balance, and she falls to the ground.
I'm happy with that.
All right, so Rin,
That was dope.
as you're on the ground still, you might have seen some of this happen.
Yeah. I was assuming Ren is still on the face.
You hurt your nose, you're just,
So he was looking for Corinne, and I kind of saw him in the distance. Can I try to find? Why can't I think of his name?
Gideon?
Gideon. Yeah. Now Ren wants to look for Gideon because he sees all the stuff that's going on. And he wants to make sure he's okay. So could I use my turn to go look really quickly? Or I guess, yeah.
you can't. I mean, you don't see him,
Okay.
so like you wouldn't be able to go over to him.
Okay. All right.
So if you remember, when you first saw them outside, Lil Smoke and Gideon were like hiding behind like these trees.
Mm-hmm.
Now all you see are the Never Embers, like Vittorio and the woman fighting.
Okay.
So like you don't see like Lil Smoke or
Okay.
Gideon. So you could go outside and see if they're there if you want. You can use your movement to
Yeah, let me go. I want to go
and,
outside
like,
to look.
exit
to see.
initiative, and you disengage from the fight.
Yeah, I'll go look outside just to see. Because I've been a little sneaky, just like look and see. If they're outside.
Oh, okay. So you're not going outside. You're just going.
Or
up
just
to the
like
door.
I just want to.
You're just going up to the door and looking.
Yeah, just look. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So all right. So I'll say, are you disengaging from the fight? I guess. Or like, are you just trying?
I guess for now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll say you'd have to step outside.
Okay,
You have to
okay.
like leave.
Do I have to roll anything for that?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
All right.
All right. So like you are outside and you see both of them.
Oh.
They are still hiding behind this tree.
They're not doing anything weird though, right? Like, they had snails, so I don't know if they... I don't know what's... Oh, wait, that's...
Wow.
They had snails, they're like in a trance. I didn't know if they're
stop.
like...
Just stop. Ren. Or Brandon. I don't know which one.
Yes,
at this point. Bryn. No, they are not doing anything weird. You know what? Let's let the dice decide.
Put that out there.
Boy.
Oh, it's a 16.
I was worried about the snails.
So yeah, they. Okay, I wrote a 16 for them. So even if they were, you wouldn't be able to see it.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
I'll leave it at that. Let's leave it at that.
Is that fair?
I think that's fair, yeah.
All right. So now we're gonna go to the matronly woman. She's on the ground. She looks over and she sees that Victorio is no longer there. So like she like says, "Stop! I surrender." That's gonna be the end of initiative. Lord DeGault is gonna walk over to her with his sword, and kind of point it toward her face, and say, "Yes, you surrender." That's where we're gonna end today.
Wow.
Yeah, so
wow.
that's where we're gonna end. So If you have any questions in the chat for us, please type in question followed by a question for the characters only, not for us as people. You can ask like Dahani, Perrin, Rin, Celise, or anyone else. Gideon, Smoke, Victoro, the matronly woman who we don't know her name yet. You can ask Aaron / Karen. You can ask the halfling, guy that like ran in with Aaron's tea. There's a smorgasbord of people that like you could ask. So yeah.
Question
right.
for Little Smoke. How do you keep ending up in these situations?
Well, it's just the life of a hustler, baby. I just want you to know.
Want you to know.
You know?
It ain't where you been?
It ain't where you been. I just want. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So I'm not. No. He's like, yeah. I mean, when you're a young boy and you're just trying to live on these streets of Waterdeep, you gotta get in some dangerous situations to be able to make money. Sometimes it's in the dock ward. Sometimes it's in Avernus. I just go where the money is. So that is Lil Smoke's answer. Question for Corinne. Do you like your name?
No, your mama.
Oh, your mama. Oh, sorry.
I read name at first.
Yeah.
So he looks around to make sure that she's not watching.
Right.
And he says like, well, she's very tough on me. But I know it's tough love. I know she loves me inside. Everyone loves their mother, even if they're hard on her. On them, I think. So that's what he says. He is clearly a little confused about his feelings, but he's trying to like talk himself into saying that that he cares about her. Question for Perrin: why did you talk Celise into bowing, but not bow yourself?
Well, Celise looks to solve problems with aggression and violence. And I wasn't sure if violence was perhaps the right answer in this particular situation. But Perrin Underbow uses words. And words can open doors. Even though sometimes kicks can also open doors, but I don't think kicks would have opened these doors in this particular situation.
Celise will remember.
Celise didn't hear that.
Celise,
that was a
Celise
question.
is sitting at the table with you.
Oh, very good. Question for Dahani: how do you feel about the situation you currently find yourself in?
I mean, I came to Waterdeep to get a job. Like I'm from Cholt, and it's not great there right now. So I came to Waterdeep for better opportunities, and I thought this was a good opportunity, but I don't know, dealing with demons and snails and weird stuff. I don't know how I feel about it yet. It's definitely not what I signed up for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, I forgot. You can also ask a question of Duo. I did not forget about him. He was here. He just was not participating in what everybody else was here. He was.
Duo was going through the house stealing stuff.
You're damn right he is.
Duo was taking everything in sight.
Question for Dahani: who do you feel of the rivals is your biggest opposite, and why?
That's a good question.
And like I say, that would be is that based on? It'd be based on what you know, I guess.
Yeah, based on what I know. So basically, what I've seen everybody do in the 2 hours that I've known them, I cannot say yet. No, I don't know yet. I have yet to form an opinion.
I love that.
I mean, Duo is very oddly endearing. Like I kind of came into this with a very neutral face, but Duo's friend points are like plus 25 right now. So.
I love that. Question for everyone but Dahani: what y'all think of this bird?
What y'all think of this bird?
I love the flight. I love when she was flying in the air. We never seen that before.
That was pretty cool. That was a nice
cool.
scene. That was a pretty good scene.
I like her.
Any other opinions?
I like her
Celise,
business.
like
I like her business likeness.
that? I mean, like you did see her totally incapacitated. Made sure she just walked in, and she knocked your shield out too. So.
Right, and that's why I said I like her.
Yeah.
It was very no nonsense. She got me my shield. We said thanks and went about our business.
Yeah.
Celise and I have a good business relationship.
Yeah. Does Perrin have any?
Perrin believes she is practically unequaled in her birdness.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah. All right.
Graham asked the same question twice.
Question for Celise. As a paladin, how much patience for, what's it say?
Nonsense.
Nonsense have you got left?
Negative.
Negative, right. She's in no nonsense debt right now.
Celise, the minute there's any downtime, she's going to find the biggest bottle of that Crow whiskey and just be like, deuces, don't look for me for like 2 days.
Yeah, when I was deciding on Erin's personality, I was like, oh, this police is gonna be so mad at this. And like I didn't design it with that in mind, but I was thinking about how the characters would react to this kind of personality, and I was like, oh, Celise, please don't kill her.
Look, the day is young. The day is young.
Question for Dahani: did they offer you hazard pay when you signed on?
We didn't discuss hazard pay. I mean, honestly, this was not the first. I didn't take the very first job that I was offered when I got here. They offered a very lucrative package. Sick time, vacation. I think all of that hazard pay just kind of like slipped under the radar. So
Yeah. How many years? So you're 100% vested in your 401k.
right. I mean, they match 5%.
Oh wow, 5%.
Yeah, 5%.
5%, no limit. Right. Sweet. Question for Celise.
kind of a
How much patience? It's slightly different.
It's a little bit different, I guess.
Not enough. I need to go commune with Tyr and have a word.
So for the podcast, that question was, how much patience has Tyr granted you deal with some of this nonsense?
Yes.
That is literally what it says. But you can,
Not enough.
Yeah.
Especially for you.
All right. Question for Ren. Will you have better luck getting a new pet?
Oh, I mean, that's up to the universe to put out there for me. So far, I think I've done pretty well with, the lime and frogs, and I don't currently have either, but you know what? I feel the next pet I get, I will love it and take care of it forever and not let Celise know that I have one.
Wow. And after I made you a wiki page for that damn line. Wow. Do you all see what Rin does to Celise? After she makes sure that his lime is memorialized.
Celise got CMS. She got CMS skills.
Yeah.
Celise is out there.
did the wiki.
Celise is out there on the wiki.
She went to paladin school. She's got to do something in her spare time.
What type of internet access does Celise have?
Holy gigabyte.
I mean, Tyr has blessed her with many things, including Wi-Fi.
High speed internet.
Like including
With a
Wi-Fi.
hotspot.
And because it's Tyr, I can use it one-handed.
Oh, look
I
at that.
like that. Like her shield is a hotspot.
Right. Yep.
Very cool.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So this was good. It was actually a little surprising because I thought we would all be in the fight a little sooner, but I kind of wanted to, let things play out. And
No, I like the way
that.
it ended up going. Like we've got this kind of like split screen thing happening.
yeah, and it's really interesting. You guys picked a side, right? You guys chose to pretty much choose the Never Embers, like despite your history with them. So we'll see what happens with that.
The enemy of the snails
It's my friend.
is my friend.
Yeah.
We don't care about the demons. We care about the snails.
Yeah, the snailmies.
Well, I mean, like the demons did give you they gave Perrin the snails to make more windows. Not great windows either. So, Any final questions? Well, her name is what? Karen
Castellanter.
Wow.
I don't care what her real name is.
Her name is Erin, but
There's
maybe
Karen
I'll
Alon.
maybe I'll have to make an edit because she's as I didn't think about that when I was creating her, but as I was like voicing her, I was like, oh man,
she is completely
Karen.
Karen.
All right, so let's go around the table and talk about what we're doing.
My name's Tanya.
Yeah.
You can find me everywhere online at Cypher Tier. Because apparently there's never going to be a convention again. I'm home a lot. And on Thursdays, at least for the next 7 weeks, I'll be DMing Dragon Age on Wandering DM's channel. And our first episode got off to a wild start, if I'm being mild about it. So yeah, Thursdays, 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Come hang out for about 3 hours of shenaniganry in Skyhold and me.
And what's the link to the channel?
Twitch.tv/Wandering DM.
Okay, sweet.
All right. I'm Brandon Stinnis. I play Renly Don today. You can find me on Twitter at IamBrandonTV or on Twitch at IamBrandon. I'm going to be home a lot. So tomorrow I'll have a little bit of an announcement. So I would say watch out for Twitter for that. Other than that, I'll be streaming a lot this week in the next few weeks. So definitely check me out. Yeah.
Hey guys, I am Cicero Holmes, played Perrin Underbow this week. You can find me on all social media platforms at Stubby Stan. When I am not playing everyone's favorite halfling bard, I am waxing poetic about Star Trek on the Discovery Debrief podcast at DSC Debrief on Twitter, where you can find me next. I am the featured player at Living Room Con in my living room.
Yes.
So
you got me.
Yeah. So please, come and check that out. We'll have lots of merch at Living Room Con. I think I've got like paper plates.
Oh, I can go and just buy like a couch.
Yeah, you can.
Like a
you
kitchen
can.
table.
Yeah, you can buy a couch. I've got giant, comfy couches.
Yeah,
If you could get the couch out after paying for it, then you could have this couch. Good luck with it.
How do they get that in?
Oh man, it comes in parts. It comes in parts. It's they're humongous couches. They're called Hercules. Hercules for a reason. And check me out.
I am Latia Bryant. You can find me everywhere on the internet at the Lady Tiefling. I was going to be at GaryCon, but that's not happening anymore. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do for the weekend because I'm still taking it off because why wouldn't I?
We're going to play games.
Yeah, we're going to play games.
We're going to play games.
We're going to do something. But I am extremely online on Twitter, so come find me, come talk to me. I love you all.
And what's your Twitter?
It's at the Lady Tiefling.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to plug yourself.
I said it at the
You
beginning.
did. Say it again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You gotta double it
One
up.
more time, at the Lady Tiefling.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wait. There's one more thing I forgot because we didn't have a stream last Friday. I am in an All Rogues game on Fridays on twitch.tv/dropthedie. We've got a couple more weeks left, and if we play this week, I do believe it is our heist episode. So you should definitely watch that. It's Fridays at around 7:30 Central Standard Time.
With it's like Critical Bar.
Yeah, Critical Bar, Gabe James Games. I can't say it as well as he can, but and then oh my God, Liz at Raptor Handed and Justice at Justice_Armin. I don't know what's going on right now, y'all.
No, Cicero just put you on the spot.
You did.
No
You made
reason
me think
at
about
all.
it.
Yeah, I did.
No reason.
So yeah,
at all.
come watch us. This group of all rogues try and plan a heist and watch it go away.
Okay, that sounds awesome. All right, and I'm Shreve Jackson. You can find me at shrevejackson.com. I was supposed to speak at some math stuff. It's all been canceled. So I don't have any speaking engagements or anything going on. But we'll be home. Just doing stuff. Just trying to stay safe. But no, on a serious note, we know that the COVID-19 stuff is it's a pretty crazy situation out there. So please make sure to, do the wash your hands for 20 seconds, use your sanitizer, do the social distancing. Don't go out unless you really have to. because it is real out there, and there's some, I know that as of this recording, like a Europe is sort of the epicenter, but it could easily be here. So stay safe, y'all, for real. Hopefully this game helped to take your mind off of the nonstop COVID and political news. That's and no sports. So it's that's literally all the live news.
We are the sports.
All we have left is D&D.
Yeah, that is right.
Yep, for sure.
All we have left.
All right, so we have 2 more episodes of this season, and then we'll talk about what happens after that. So see y'all later. Have a great week.
Bye.